Alrighty, we are up. It's not quite 8 o'clock. We didn't quite make the 7:30 deadline that Angel set, but we're close. We're hiking out here in a little bit. Our new friends are waking up slowly too. We were probably loud and obnoxious and woke them up way earlier than they planned to get up. But we're going to be heading out here to a 13-point something day over Beauty Spot, which is gorgeous. I've been there. And over Unaka, which is also gorgeous. I've been there too. So we're going to have a good day, we hope. We'll talk to you up the trail. All right, we're 5 minutes out and we've already come to the foundation of some sort of an old stone building. And Gavin says it's snowing. I don't know, not much, but we're going to have a great day. We're going to be on Beauty Spot later today. Beauty Spot is gorgeous. It's a big bald. And then we're going to have Unaka, which is a spruce forest with moss. You know I'm going to love that. So we're going to have a big day today. We met some new folks, Icy Hot and Nugget. Yeah, that's right, from Asheville. So it's kind of cool to meet them. I think they're doing the same distance that we are. They're probably back there at the shelter saying, why were those people up so blasted early this morning? And why were they talking so much? Or why was that one guy talking so much at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning? But anyway, we are up and out and moving and warming up. Letting our clothes dry. Gavin's got socks on his pack. I've got socks and underwear on my pack. I don't know when I'm going to get my short sleeve shirt dry. But at the moment, I do not need my short sleeve shirt, so I'm not worried about it. So we were heading up the trail, and we'll talk to you up the road a little bit. Well, we're going on up the trail. I'm wearing shorts, and it's snowing a little bit. It's not going to accumulate, I don't believe, but it is certainly the coolest morning that we've had in a few weeks. And I'm wondering if I made a huge mistake sending my sleeping bag liner home. But we'll be all right. I did not sleep in my down jacket last night, so if I need it, I've got that. I think we'll be all right. I might have one or two coolish nights, but oh, pretty soon, or spring. Coming right out of the water right there, hard. That's pretty impressive. Then it goes right back underground and comes down out somewhere down there. But anyway, we're trying to move along so that our fingers will warm up a little bit, and so that my legs will warm up a little bit, and other parts will warm up a little bit. Yep. No, I didn't. I saw it. Yep. Okay. All right, so we're all doing well this morning. Angel's not real happy about the cold weather and the snow, but she's gonna be all right. Gavin's not real happy about the cold weather and the snow, but he's gonna be all right. My fingers aren't too happy, but otherwise I'm doing fine. It's gonna be a good day. Well, we're continuing up the trail and we just happened to look off to the left and we got a little bit of a view. Thankfully the snow has abated somewhat. I never expected it to be much of anything, but it was just kind of blowing some snow and sleet around a little bit. And we're moving on up the trail. I've about got feeling back in my fingertips now. I'm moving fast enough that the blood's flowing. Hopefully everybody else is the same. Evan's moving along up there in front of Bullfrog, and Angel's leading our group. She's from Florida. She's not much on snow. She doesn't care much for the snow. But as I said, it's supposed to blow over and clear off, I think, today eventually. So we'll see what happens. We're going to get a nice fir forest later on, spruce forest up on the top of Unaka. I can't wait for that. That may remind me an awful lot of my climb up to Clingman's Dome when I took a few minutes and just was astounded by God's beauty. I think we'll all enjoy that when we get there. Well, we're pausing for a break right now. We've had an easy hike this morning up a very slow, steady incline, heading up towards the top of Beauty Spot, and looking forward to it, although the weather's not burned off quite as quickly as I thought that it might. Hopefully it still will. But I think we've got everybody back in their heads now and warming up slowly or quickly, or at least a little bit. And it's going to be a great day of hiking. That's the good thing about moving around is you get warm when you start hiking in a hurry. Especially most all of us I think have our raincoats on, and that serves as a windbreak. But it also serves as an insulating layer from the wind, which we need this morning because it's a little coolish out. And at least a small part of my body's getting kind of cold. But it'll be all right. We're moving and we're warm, so we'll be good. Well, Snow Cream went out in front of us this morning, but we just caught him. We might be missing Gavin right now. We are missing Gavin right now. We just passed Wednesday and Barefoot. They're slack packing. And they said there's Trail Magic about half a mile ahead right down there. I see it too. And I've heard that there was a hot chocolate and donuts and such as that, so we are excited. Oh, that's cute. A little rock statue right there. If I don't break my neck going down this hill, paying no attention at all to where I'm stepping. So we'll see what we see down here. I see an umbrella set up. It'd be interesting to see if there's anybody ahead of us this morning. There really shouldn't be. I wouldn't think. Yeah. And there's not been much of a place to tent camp here between here and there. So we'll see what happens. I'll just leave this on and we'll see who's here. Oh. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. This is one of those first days in a while that we've needed hot chocolate, but boy, we can use it today. It's been cold, it's been blowing snow. I'm gonna find my pant legs and zip them on. I don't know what I was thinking when I left out the campsite this morning. But anyway, we're gonna cross the street right here and get us something warm to drink, and then we'll move on up the trail. See, we are back on the trail. There's Snow Cream behind me. We've got the younger folks up in the front. We're not quite marching by age, but we're one person off. We had a nice cup of hot chocolate and a brownie. And we're warmer. I zipped on my pant legs, thank goodness. That was a good move. Don't know what I was thinking early this morning because the wind is still whipping. Thankfully the snow has stopped. We ran into Wednesday and Barefoot again. They were slack packing southbound. We hadn't seen them since Hot Springs, so it was good to see them again. And Icy Hot Nugget came up. We met them last night. They came up to the Trail Magic just as we were getting ready to go. So we've seen lots of folks this morning. It's been a good day. A little bit of a view starting to come out there. The sun's trying real hard. I think it's going to make it here. Hopefully it'll make it before we get to Beauty Spot. And we'll have some nice views. Woohoo, we got a little bit of a view. Didn't think we would today with the snow coming down this morning. But the sun's about to win out. It's getting a little warmer. I can feel all 10 of my fingers now. And we are headed to Beauty Spot. Probably got about an hour to get there, which is going to give the sun about another hour to catch up and hopefully burn off all the haze, and we'll be able to see some things from up there. We're pausing on the climb up to Beauty Spot here to take some pictures of some beautiful views. And I think we're going to find some ice on the ground when we get up on top. I don't know if you can tell out through there, but definitely on that ridge line we got some ice in the trees. So I hope the wind's not blowing ridiculously crazy, but I think it's going to be a beautiful view. Well, we're getting a lot closer to the top of Beauty Spot. Here comes the rest of our crowd. We're gonna hold up here and break for just a couple of minutes and relax and look around, take in our surroundings. That shiny that you see up there, that's ice on these trees and things. It's gorgeous. We're gonna have a nice view when we get to the top. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. See what we got here. This is something we've not seen since maybe about the first or second week. We came across one day when we got up on elevation where the rain and such had frozen up on top of the mountains where the wind had blown it through. And you can sort of see that right here where the ice is down on one side of this limb from where the wind's blowing it. It's kind of neat. I can't wait to get to the top of this thing because I know it's going to be fabulous. Morning. I'm gonna see if I can do us a rear facing video. I was editing this weekend and found out that having this headphone in and using that mic sure does make a big difference in these. I think I have finally posted the last one with horrible audio quality, or at least I hope so. I share a couple of thoughts with you this morning. This trip has been so much fun. I find it odd how at home I'm feeling out here, even though it's probably 35 degrees and the wind's blowing. And I started out the day in short pants. Aside from being with Beth and Griffin and our pets, I can't think of anywhere I'd rather be than right here with Gavin and right now our trail family climbing this mountain. We've had such a good time. I've really adapted and settled into, getting to the campsite or shelter, setting up my stuff, whether it's the tent or just laying out my bedding in the shelter. Oh, excuse me. And it's just really been awesome. And I'm blessed to be here. Thank you guys for joining us on this trip. And I'm hoping we're going to have some really gorgeous views for you here just in a few minutes. We'll see you then. Well, I don't know if you can see very well up ahead of me because I know the camera does not do this justice. I bet you can hear the wind though. I bet the microphone does do that justice. And I sent my lav mic home yesterday because I never did have it close enough to get to. Wow. I am reminded of a really difficult day we had in about this time of the year 2 years ago. And Beth and I were both home from work that day. And our pastor, Josh, he was the pastor at the time, really good friend. He came by to be with us and to pray with us. And he was telling us about Anne Lamont's 3 prayers. He said that she said there's only 3 things that you ever need to pray. Thank you, Lord. Help me, Lord. And wow. And I'm going to let you guys figure out which one this one is. This is unbelievable. It's a little coolish out here, but I wouldn't be anywhere else right now in the world. We're going to go on up to the top here. I'm going to walk there and then I'll turn back on and show you what we can see. But this is just awesome. Wow, we look at that. Look at that. There's nothing to say. Except here comes Snow Cream, and his services may come in handy if this weather doesn't turn. Man, and we're not even at the top yet. Can you look at this? And as if that weren't enough, look at that. Look up there. I can't wait till we get up there. Oh, wow. God is good. There's just absolutely nothing that I can say about this. I'm just going to let you look. Oh boy. One of my goals of this trip, one of my first goals, the first goal, was to find God in nature. And I promise you, He has been here today. Most definitely, God has been here today. So we're on the downhill side of leaving Beauty Spot, and I wanted to pause right here because in 1984, about this time of the year, I camped somewhere right along in here. I don't remember exactly where. Of course, the whole place may have changed or moved over, or I don't know what, but I came up here with two of my classmates, Eric and Terry. I don't know whether any of them were watching these videos or not. And then an older friend of ours, Wally. And we camped over Easter for 2 or 3 days. We did this section southbound. So right along in here somewhere is where we camped. And I can tell you that the weather at Easter back in 1984 was a whole lot like the weather the week before Easter in 2019. We woke up, and that's probably the only time I've ever been snowed on when I was camping, was when we camped up here on Beauty Spot. But holy cow, God has been here today. There is not a question. It is absolutely gorgeous with the snow and the ice and the sun gleaming in and shining it up. And I know that the videos and the pictures that I'm going to be putting on this video don't come anywhere close to doing it justice. Oh, Angel found a spot out of the wind. Man, even though my fingers are a little coolish, I wouldn't be anywhere else in this world right now aside from right here. What did you think about the trip over the cold, windy Beauty Spot for Floridian?
I really don't like frost. I don't like frost. I went down as fast as I could.
We've been poking Angel along this morning. She's from Florida. And the snow is not what she was planning on having this morning when we left the shelter.
40 mile an hour
And the 40 mile an hour winds were a little chilly too. Yeah. All right, we're going to go on down the trail, and our next big climb is Unaka Mountain, and that also is going to be an incredible sight today, I bet you. Yeah, not a bald, it's spruce covered. It's a spruce forest, dense spruce with moss and such as that. We're hoping for, well, Angel's hoping for no frost. I can't imagine anything that would be prettier than to be up there and get a reprieve of what we saw coming off of Clingman's Dome, or going over to Clingman's Dome a few weeks ago, with the frost and the snow and the fir trees smelling like Christmas. That would be incredible. But I know whatever we get, it'll be awesome. We've come down off of Beauty Spot, and we've had a nice walk through the woods here for a little bit, but we're coming out on this and we got more frost in front of us. I don't know if we go up that or not. We're gonna break for lunch here at some point, but I did want to let you see this frost-covered mountain up here. Frost and snow and ice, because it rained last night all night. Wind blew, and that's the result. And that's what a difference turning the corner makes. 30 feet up the road. Whoa, slipping and sliding in the mud a little bit. And this is gorgeous. All right, that's where we're going. We're gonna get back up in the snow and the frost, I guess. Get there here in about 2.5 miles or so. That's Unaka Mountain. And I was full during lunch, and I did not get my gloves out of the bottom of my pack, and I wish that I had. And I may have to stop yet, but we'll see what happens. Cal, we are having so much fun at the moment. We're glad we've got each other, that's for sure. This is one good group of folks. We are up in the ice. The wind's blowing the ice off the trees. It's cold. We do all finally have on wind pants and gloves. We're hiking more comfortably than we were. Here comes Snow Cream and Hawkeye. And we're making this climb. Well, we think we might be on top, or at least on the ridge line here towards Unaka. Maybe not quite to the top, but you know, this has been one of the most pleasant climbs that we've had. We've had stairs that were properly placed at a good height and weren't too far in between. And we're hiking up into the ice-covered trees, although a lot of the ice you can see on the ground, a lot of the ice is blown off of them by now. The wind's been blowing by like a banshee. And this has been a great day. It has, we've had a little bit of everything that we could have thrown our way, and God has covered us, and it's been good. And as Gavin said a little while ago, we are all blessed to be hiking with each other. The folks that we've met out here on the trail, we feel like we've been put in their way, or vice versa. It kind of switches around. And I have a good friend at home. Both he and his wife have license tags that say live, laugh, and love. And I'm hoping that he and his family will come out and hike with us some, but boy, we have been doing all three of those things today. We have lived and we have laughed and we love one another and all that we've done for each other. Even though we've known each other less than a week, it's kind of an odd thing how the trail bonds form quickly out here. And it's good to have people that are there to support you when you're having some downtime. And heaven knows we have laughed. If you don't believe that, look up there at Angel in Bullseye's coat and my rain pants. Bullfrog, sorry, Bullfrog. Bullseye's somebody else. He's from Australia. Bullfrog's from Kentucky. My bad. But we have had all the emotions today, and it has been a good day. Still climbing. This is gorgeous, except for the ice falling on our heads. Nice stairs, good positioning. Nothing's too hard. And they've really made this climb easy on us so far. I'm afraid to jinx it. I'm really afraid to jinx it. But look at this. We're coming up into this forest up here. Look at the rhododendron up there. The wind is cranking back up. Look at that rhododendron. Man. All the beauty that God has had for us today. Trees are ice covered. It's chucking ice down on us because it's warming up a little bit. But holy cow, this is gorgeous. Oh, and there's a Christmas tree. And there is a story. I forgot about that. There is a story behind that tree. And I'll have to go back and look it up. There is a Christmas tree up here. We'll go over there and see if there's something at the bottom to explain why it's here, and I've forgotten. Let's see what we got here. I had completely forgotten about this. All right, so there are stuffed animals and Christmas balls and all sorts of things. There's something over there, but it's shaking so much.
Zip a ladder.
Yeah, let's see what that says.
There.
Dedicated to the memory of Mark and Andrew Nerrell. Okay, that's cool.
225.94, 520.16.
Yep. And I wonder if this is the same thing over here. Let's see. Is there, I don't know. And there's nothing there. And it blew back around. And I'm going to chase it. By golly. Here, let's see.
Here, I'll hold it.
I got it. That's just a Christmas card, but it doesn't have anything written on it. But gosh, we'll have to Google this when we can get some service and figure out. And of course, the ice on top. I think God put that there. Other people left this stuff, but yeah, I believe God's in charge of the ice and all the beauty here. Oh, there's another one right here. Let's see what this says. Let's see. Oh, that's just a crayon drawing. That's really neat. So yeah, obviously this is significant to the memory of someone, and I'll have to look it up and see to whom. I had forgotten this was here. All right, how about that, sportsmen? This spruce tree is absolutely covered in ice, and the rhododendrons nearby. I think we might be here at the ridge line, and that is awesome. I'm gonna walk on up and see what else we can see a little bit. Yep, we're coming into the spruce. Things are white and ice covered. Thankfully the weather, the temperature is much warmer now than it was a while ago. We've still got wind, but it's not nearly as biting or cutting as it was. But the beauty up here is just as it was awesome. All right, gonna leave the camera on for a minute. May not say much because there's not much to be said. Wow. Unbelievable. And to think just a couple of days ago, yesterday, I was thinking about sending some of my cold weather gear home, like my gloves. Glad I didn't. Hadn't needed them this afternoon, but boy, there was a good period of time where it was freezing, and I did dig them out of the pack. Well, if you've been following along, you know why I'm filming this. Wow, is that not just absolutely gorgeous? We got little trees popping up, frost covered, snow covered, ice. We got moss. We got a nice comfortable trail and the smell of Christmas. Or at least I think that's what that is, but my nose is a little stopped up from running in the cold today. But it's all good because it's beautiful. And I'm pretty sure that God made this, and we appreciate it. I've just got to share some more of this walk through this forest with you because this is incredible. As Bullfrog said a minute ago, where do you even begin to describe this beauty? I think it's indescribable, and I know the camera doesn't do it justice. But I'm so glad to be right here, right now. Merry Christmas. Now, I just cannot describe how absolutely gorgeous this trip through the woods is. We're walking flat and just through the middle of this spruce forest. It's just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't emphasize enough, you gotta come out here. I'll try to remember at some point to put some trail details, but you can remember Beauty Spot and Unaka Mountain, and you can find it that way for sure on all trails or somewhere. And you can make it a day trip or a long weekend, maybe a short weekend if you're hiking pretty fit. This is one of the most pretty sections that we've seen that's easily accessible for sure. Well, we're wrapping up our day. We've got about half a mile left to the shelter. Hope Gavin's already there. We've not seen him in a while. He walked on out in front of us, and we got on some flat and level and downhill stuff, and he zoomed. So we'll see him there. We got another walk in the open woods again today. We were talking about that this weekend with the shuttle driver that carried us. Not sure how long this is going to last that we'll be able to see as far as we can, but there's not a lot of undergrowth in the forest here, so it may hang around a while. I don't know, it's not doing me too far though. Of course, we're at the top of those trees that are down the hill just a bit. They'll have some leaves, but we'll enjoy it while we can. We'll talk to you when we get to the shelter.